Apple launches Buy Now Pay Later service in US. Leading cause of blindness could be treated with a new fish oil. High blood pressure affects 9 parts of the brain. Air pollution chokes Thailand. Gen Z daters think men should take the lead. Jay-Z is now worth $2.5 billion. Politicians of South Asian descent to lead Scotland, Britain and Ireland. Sky-high kites aim to tap unused wind power.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Wednesday, March 29th, and here are your top stories. Apple Incorporated on Tuesday launched its Buy Now, Pay Later (BNPL) service in the United States. The company said the service, Apple Pay Later, will allow users to split purchases into 4 payment spreads over 6 weeks with no interest or fees. Users can apply for loans between $50 and $1,000, which can be used for online and in-app purchases made on iPhones and iPad with merchants that accept Apple Pay. The company said Apple Pay is accepted by over 85% of U.S. retailers.
Apple Pay Later is enabled through the MasterCard installments program. The company said Goldman Sachs was the issuer of the MasterCard payment credential. Apple's move is likely to disrupt the financial technology sector dominated by firms like Affirm Holdings and Swedish payments company Klarna. In 2020, pandemic-related lockdowns turned shoppers to online payment platforms, bolstering demand for fintech companies offering BNPL services, especially to millennial and Gen Z customers.
Researchers have created a new form of omega-3 fatty acid that is capable of crossing into the eye's retina to ward off vision loss related to Alzheimer's, diabetes, and other diseases. The mice that were fed the new type of supplements showed nearly 100% improvement after 6 months in the amount of crucial omega-3 known as DHA in their retinas. The lab-made versions of the omega-3 known as docosahexaenoic acid, which is able to absorb from the intestines into the bloodstream and then into the retina.
Studies of the specific omega-3 acid in humans have yet to begin. But the promising early results suggest that more than 23 million people, the total number of Americans with either retinopathy linked to diabetes or age-related macular degeneration, could benefit from a newly formulated dietary supplement. Recent research has also shown that people with a higher blood DHA level have higher protection against Alzheimer's disease and other dementias.
Scientists have identified parts of the brain damaged by a high blood pressure, which can lead to dementia. British researchers discovered it caused changes to 9 regions of the brain, including those associated with learning, decision-making, cognition, and emotions. Experts believe that findings will be able to help predict who is likely to get dementia, and it's paving the way for earlier interventions and treatments to reduce risks and slow decline.
Researchers that examined MRI scans, genetic information, and observational data found changes to 9 parts of the brain were related to higher blood pressure and worse cognitive function. According to the findings, 2 regions involved in decision-making and the management of emotions were affected. Changes included decreases in brain volume and the amount of surface area on the brain cortex, disruption to connections between different parts of the brain, as well as changes in measures of the brain's activity.
Air pollution in Thailand is generally worse during the cooler months when seasonal agricultural burning occurs across the region, compounding the fumes already pumped out by transport and industries. On Monday, Chiang Mai was listed as worst for air pollution in a live ranking by the Swiss air quality company IQ Air, which includes data from about 100 cities around the world. The smog led one doctor to warn on social media this month that tourists should not visit the city.
According to IQ Air in Mae Sai, in the northern Chiang Rai province, local media footage on Monday showed thick yellow dust in the air as the concentration of particulate matter PM2.5 in the district reached 76.3 times the World Health Organization annual air quality guideline value. Over the weekend, signs that read, "Save Mae Sai," were hung in public places. During the first 9 weeks of 2023 alone, more than 1.32 million people in Thailand became ill because of diseases related to air pollution.
I always needed time on my own. I never thought I'd be here.
I take your blessings with your heartaches too. It's so easy and so wonderful to know it's
学习，一切从今天开始。FUNDAY 英语。
There are some antiquated dating norms that are more persistent than one might think. When it comes to taking the lead in a relationship, 40% of Americans believe it's best if the man does it. According to data from Bumble's State of the Nation 2023 survey, even more surprising is that almost half, 47% of Gen Z respondents subscribe to this belief. Only 11% of survey respondents said that women should make a first move on a dating app. A marriage counselor said this is both surprising and totally predictable.
A guy comes around like, that's fine, but I'm 14, I don't really care.
Jessica Small, also a therapist at Growing Self-Counseling and Coaching in Denver, said, despite a very large push and progression towards gender equality, the dating landscape still is grounded in more traditional gender roles and beliefs. She said, I often observe that women tend to hesitate around making initial advances and have some expectations that men are going to take the lead on asking them out. However, once a couple is in a defined relationship, Small feels women usually take the lead.
Less than 4 years after becoming the first billionaire rapper, according to the latest estimates from Forbes, Jay-Z, the Brooklyn-born artist's net worth is now $2.5 billion. His wealth has ballooned in recent years thanks in part to the growth of his entertainment company Roc Nation, his sales of the streaming service Tidal, as well as numerous investments, including Uber. Forbes pegged his net worth at $1.4 billion just last year.
Although many of us are familiar with Jay-Z from his musical career, it wasn't where the majority of his wealth started.
According to Forbes, Jay-Z's fortune is enough to make him the 1,210th wealthiest person in the world. Forbes's report reads, even in a year without a tour or album release, Jay-Z mints millions from his Armand de Brignac champagne and Douce Cognac. What is the secret that he could make such a big fortune in a few years? Jay-Z told Forbes he invests only in businesses he understands rather than what is most popular.
Hamza Yusuf is now expected to make history by becoming the first non-white head of the Scottish government, following his election as leader of the Scottish National Party on Monday. The man of Pakistani descent joined British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, a Hindu, and the Republic of Ireland's Prime Minister Leo Varadkar, whose father is an Indian-born doctor. Experts are saying such changes in leadership is opening a new era of South Asian descent in leadership roles around the UK.
I, Hamza Haroon Yusuf, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance.
Today we have sent a clear message that your colour of skin.
Yusuf's father was born in the Pakistani city of Mian Chanu in the country's sprawling Punjab province that borders India. His mother was born in Nairobi, Kenya, also to a family from Punjabi descent. Moreover, other than Sunak and Varadkar, the leader of Scotland's main opposition, Anas Sarwar, is also the child of Pakistani immigrants. Britain's Home Secretary Suella Braverman also has Indian roots, while London Mayor Sadiq Khan was born to a working-class Pakistani immigrant family.
High-altitude winds remains a huge untapped source of renewable energy. The head of the Department of Microsystem Engineering at the University of Freiburg, Moritz Diel, said, high-altitude winds are one of the most promising technology for generating renewable energy in the future. CEO of the German wind power company SkySail Power, Stefan Rage, wants to explore that and make the largest yet untapped source of renewable energy worldwide suitable for mass use.
Do you remember what it's like to fly a kite? My brother and I loved it growing up. And so did the Planet A team.
SkySail's Power, currently leader in the sector, has sold a first unit to Mauritius. The company is looking to build a high-altitude wind hub in East Africa and operate offshore kite wind farms. SkySail said a single one of its kites can create energy for up to 500 households using 90% less material than traditional wind turbines. Other advantages include flexibility of location. In the meantime, traditional turbines continue to turn, and even when the airborne wind energy sector is more advanced.
我们来参考一下今天的单词 antiquated 过时的陈旧的 Many factories are so antiquated they are not worth saving. Number 2, norm 常态正常行为 Older parents seem to be the norm rather than the exception nowadays. Number 3, take the lead 带头 If we take the lead in this, others may follow. Number 4, persistent 持续的反复出现的 He has a persistent cough. Number 5, subscribe to something 赞同某事 I heartily subscribe to that sentiment. Well, click the link below now to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Wade Lee, your host. I'll see you next time.